Okay, so I filmed that eyeliner video where I show you how eyeliner changes your face. And one side I did a little bit more round, and then the other side I did like very snatched cat eye, whatever. I was very interested because a fair amount of you, not all of you, but a fair amount of you referred to the left side, which was the more like snatched sort of fox eye, as the right way to do it. This was kind of like an unconscious thing, I think, but it was interesting to me. As makeup trends change, we sort of view them as like, oh, well, this is the way that people are doing it now, so this is the right way to do it, you know? So I found that very interesting. Anyway, so I'm on Pinterest and I'm looking at images of Qveen Herby. If you don't know her, this is her. So I was looking at her makeup and she has those big ass, like just doe eyes, big doe eyes. And if you really look, you can see that her eyeliner doesn't wing at the ends. It really kind of like accentuates how big her eyes are. So I thought that I would show you how to wear this for those of you who think that you can't. Now, granted, if you have super hooded lids, I get it. I get it. I mean, I don't, but I do. You know what I mean? For instance, in that video, a lot of you noticed that my, whichever eye I did the more round liner on, it hid a lot of my lid. So I want to just show you how you can do that. Anyway, whatever. She was my inspiration. So I'm going to be referring to this photo for placement. I primed my lids with my Anastasia Beverly Hills eyelid primer. And I'm gonna go ahead and just apply the eyeliner, and then I'm gonna show you how to make it work. So if I like really zoom in to that, you can see it literally just follows the shape of her eye. It's not trying to like accentuate any kind of a cat eye. It's literally just following her eye shape. All right, I found my Pat McGrath liner, so that's what we're going to be using. This is actually a fresh one. As you may know, I like felt tipped liners. All I'm gonna do is follow my natural eye shape. So I'm actually gonna start at the inner corner and then go out and just like end it right at the end. I'm not gonna do any kind of a wing. I'm gonna make sure that you're looking down into a mirror. Literally just whoop, you know? If you want to, you can keep this as tight to the lash line as you possibly can, if you feel like you don't have enough room to work with, or you can make it thicker. Now I'm just gonna fill that in. All right, now, when I look forward into the mirror, you can see that it's not really doing anything to like lift my eye at all. It's really just following the natural shape of my eyeliner. Now, of my eye. Now you can wing it if you want. You could even do like a tiny little bit of like a kitten cat wing type thing. Personally, on me, I think is just much more flattering, but you don't have to. I just need to fix this little spot right here. You can also make it come out to like a little bit more of a square. So rather than bringing that line down, you don't have to flick it out. You could just make it like a little bit more square, which helps to bring the eye up just a little bit, just by making like that outer corner a little bit thicker. Because I have this dark line right here, it's that like darks and lights playing off each other, working against each other, right? So this dark line right here, we've got the dark of my eyes and we have the dark of my eyebrows. So if you squint at me, like all of this stuff just kind of like looks the same value, which puts it almost on all one plane. Doing this liner actually kind of makes my eyelids look a little bit more like droopy, a little more saggy. Once again, let's just like refer back to her beautiful eye. So you can see, it's kind of hard with the glasses, but if you really look, you can see she has a really deep set eye socket, which is so beautiful and really annoying. I hate all of the people out there who have a deep eye socket. I know I have a lot of real estate here, but I got this like saggy, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna fake that because what you need is that combination of depth in the eye look. Right now, I just have this like one flat like plane and it looks weird with this eyeliner. You can use any contour shade that you would like. I'm gonna be using my Dior Backstage contour palette because this is just like my favorite powder contour shade. It's expensive, so don't feel like you have to use it. You can use anything. It could be a bronzer, it could be a contour, whatever. Just something dark. Now using my MAC 217 brush, the OG one. A lot of you guys said that the new synthetic one is no good. That sucks. I haven't tried it. But anyway, I'm just gonna use this guy and I'm going to pick up this shade right on the tip of the brush. I wanna make sure that you're looking down into a mirror, particularly if you have lids that crease over. I've talked about this in my in cut crease videos, but basically the trick is to go above that crease. Because if I go right in here, it's just gonna get lost in that fold. It's not really gonna do much. It's kind of just gonna like droop down onto my lid. So looking down, making sure that everything is nice and flat, you can see that my bone, or my eyeball, it goes like right here. So I'm gonna follow that bone. This is basically why makeup artists talk about a crease shade. This is the crease of your eye. Now, my natural crease of my skin is down here, but my eye socket is right around here. So I'm just going to accentuate that and then slowly blend it out. Now, when you're doing your eyeshadow and you are applying a crease shade, basically what you're doing is contouring your eye. So you can already see the difference. I'm just gonna build that up a little bit more. I'm just using this Wayne Goss brush for a little bit more precision. See the difference that makes? Now, obviously the darker you get, the more it's going to push that back. It's going to accentuate that. And depending on how much real estate you have up here, like I have a lot of this, I kind of like to bring that color up a little bit more to push that area back in space even more. All right, see how much more depth that gives to the eyes? It really pushes that area back. It makes my lid come forward a little bit more. And then it kind of grounds the whole look. So it looks like I don't just have this like black eyeliner that's like floating in the air, you know? Now, the other part of this is that I just feel like kind of including is that she has really nice, like smooth under eyes, which is so annoying. I always wanted that, but I don't have it. I've got these creasy under eye bags that are just like so annoying. So I'm gonna show you how I push that back in space so that it's a little bit less obvious. All right, but first I'm going to go in with a nude liner in my waterline. She has one and I think it's pretty. This is Benefit, by the way. Eye Bright pencil. It's just kind of like a pale pink. And this really like opens up the eyes and accentuates not only the size, but also that round shape even more. Right, now my problem is all this like saggy under eye. It looks so crazy. So what I'm gonna do is using that same contour shade, I'm basically going to use that color to push that area back in space to hopefully bring my under eye forward a little bit more. So I'm gonna use that same contour shade and I'm using this Wayne Goss brush. This is number 19. I'm gonna run this along my under eye bag, just in the area that I want to push back in space. And I'm only gonna focus it like in the round part of my eye. Does that make any sense? All right, now that is not super dark. It doesn't really look like I have much of an eyeshadow there, but compared to this area, it makes this whole thing look a lot more smooth. It pushes this back in space, it brings this forward in space. It makes my like under eye creasing a little bit less obvious. I kind of messed it up when I put my lashes on. All right, so I went in with just some lashes and mascara. The lashes are by Elena Badro. I don't know how to say her name. They are in the style Politics. Oh, and then the lip is Uncuffed by Fenty. So anyway, I hope this gave you an idea that you don't have to wear this fox eye wing. You should be wearing what suits your eye shape or what you prefer. Like if you prefer not to wear a winged liner, but you want to have something up there and you want it to be a little bit more like, I don't know, classic feeling. This is a very classic kind of like simple eye look. And it does accentuate a little bit more of a round eye. Obviously, if you use, like, I didn't realize how big these lashes were going to be, and they are definitely flared on the ends, which is going to open up the eyes a lot. It's also going to make the eyes look a little bit less round. And then putting the shade in the waterline just, like, opens them up, and it, like, really accentuates a doe eye. Anyway, yeah, random. But hopefully it helps some of you. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one, I guess.